Hello, Steve White, Trekboy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, there's nothing worse than fan fiction. Fans, particular Star Trek fans, who think they know better than the creators of the show and the writers of the show, and they decide to change or fix a problem by rewriting a show or something like that. So yeah, so here's how to fix the Gorn problem in Strange New Worlds. Basically, how they ruined the Gorn was they turned them from a sophisticated spacefaring race with technology and culture, humanoid basically in form, and turn them into the xenomorph, or some people have compared them to velociraptors, but considering they have the birth and life cycle of the xenomorph, I think we should stick with the xenomorph comparison. And why did they do this? Because Akiva Goldsman thought it'd be cool. Because, yeah. So, yeah. What we're supposed to believe is in 3 or 4 years, somehow the Gorn is now going to evolve again back into the race that we saw in the first season of Star Trek, the original series, which is impossible. Now, they have already established, thanks to Strange New Worlds, that all the new Trek shows exist in a, at least, alternative timeline, because we've shown that Romulan agents have gone back into the past and changed the outcome of the eugenics wars, and now Khan was born 20 years later, and it's just changed everything. And also, there's also the 1,000 or so time incursions created by Michael Burnham's mother in the Red Angel suit, but we won't talk about that. But really, it's a different universe. It's not just a different timeline, but they're at least acknowledging a different timeline. I don't know why they don't just say, hey, it's a different universe, be honest, and work within those two universes and do shows for both sides of the fan base, using the different universes. Like, they're trying to do different styles of shows with animated and comedy and just kids and all that. I don't know why they are still keeping up this whatever it is. But yeah, how they could fix this is, we established in the original series we have not seen the Gorn. They've never seen the Gorn, but yet we see them here. And we all know that they're stealing from the alien xenomorph mythology or species. And how did that species eventually become, revealed to be created? How were they created? Retroactively, they were created by scientists. So we could have Gorn scientists, or human scientists, or just any scientists, but I think Gorn scientists would work, created this type of Gorn as some sort of war machine, some sort of weapon, and they sort of got loose and were causing trouble, and that's why we haven't actually still haven't seen the Gorn in the original series, because all we saw was this offshoot of the Gorn, this scientific experiment. And the fact that this experiment isn't sort of human and doesn't sort of have the sophistication of the other Gorn, I kind of think that could work. That's the only way they can fix this. If they just leave the Gorn that this is what they're really like, then there's no way to accept the Gorn in the form that they appear in Star Trek and Star Trek Lower Decks in the future, because they didn't. It's not just that they appeared this way in the original Star Trek. They appear this way in Lower Decks, which is a modern day New Trek show as well. So they've broken their own canon. It's not just the original Star Trek, so they can't just say, oh well, our makeup and our alien design and technology is better, so we just improved the original. No, you changed it, and it contradicts what's been established in the original Star Trek and Lower Decks. So it's a mess, but that's one way they could fix it, if they make these because some people are saying, well, maybe there's different species of Gorn, different types of Gorn, and we're just seeing one type, and that's one way to do it. But I think having them be an army, experiment, a weapon, kind of makes a bit more sense, and that could work. So I just wanted to share that to see if anyone else thinks that could work, or that's interesting, because it is cringe when people do videos about, hey, this is how they should fix this problem, this is how they should fix this show, this would be better if they did it this way. And it's usually some really myopic idea this person has. They haven't thought through, they haven't looked at the bigger picture, they haven't looked, just, I don't know if I've done that or not, but I just was thinking about this. I'm like, that's one thing they could do. They could continue to follow through with copying the alien xenomorph so much that they actually, replicate the creation of it, and that it is actually a secret weapon you know, experiment. And that would be one way to get around it. And then they can later establish in Star Trek that the Gorn, the actual race, is a humanoid species, and that was just an experiment. I could buy that. I'm not so obsessed with canon that I can't sort of take things being created and tailored to fit around canon. I don't have any problem with that. It's when they deliberately break it or ignore it, like they think the fans are too stupid to know the difference, that I get offended and bothered. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of, you know, the genesis of the Gorn, the creation of the Gorn, the you know, where they came from, and would that work to fix the problems that Strange New Worlds created.